Hey guys, happy Tuesday afternoon. I am about to start recording chapter 2, but before I do, I just want to remind you or let you know that I have uploaded the first 4 chapters of the unique chapter book, so check those out. And I also, next to this picture in the Google hallway, I put a little question with a guy standing next to it. That is chapter 1's comprehension quiz. I only put 4 questions on there because I want to try it out and see how that works. So please, please, please give me feedback. If you hate that, I will put up a different comprehension tool. Just let me know. If you're planning to kind of listen to all of these videos on Fridays or whatever you plan to do, please do me a favor and look at the comprehension stuff and give me feedback. That way I can make things a little easier for you. Okay? Chapter 2 for Soupy Saturdays with Pain in the Great One. Oh, one more thing. We are still looking for the original Pain in the Great One book, but I promise when I find it, I will record it and put it up probably as a video with this. So, or I can make its own, but it'll just be a little fun precursor that you guys can watch. Okay, here we go. This one is chapter 2, The Pain. It's called Soccer Doc. Okay. Can you stop, please? Thank you. On Saturdays, I'm going to play in a soccer league, just like the Great One. And here's the best news. Justin's dad is the coach. We have a uniform. It's red and blue. It has a jersey, long socks, shin guards, and cleats. I tied it on in my room. Then I raced around the house with my soccer ball, pretending I knew all the moves. "Watch where you're going," the Great One shouted as I tripped over her Lego village. "I can't," I told her. "Wherever the ball goes, I go too." Fuzzy took a flying leap into the sofa. "Mom!" yelled the Great One. "Jake," Mom called, "take your soccer ball outside and play." The thing I love about this is there are pictures and it's still really fun book. Okay. Here we go. Fun fact too, played soccer, totally my favorite sport. That's a little aside. On we go. So I kicked my ball to the front door, then down the steps, across the grass, and back again. Wait until Justin's dad sees me in action, I thought. Ryder, stop please. Sorry. The next day we had our first practice. Justin's dad said we should call him Soccer Doc because his last name is hard to say, but I know how to say it because it's Justin's last name too. Soski. I raised my hand and called out, "Dr. Soski. What if we know how to say your name?" "Everyone's going to call me Soccer Doc," he said. "Even me?" I asked. "Even you, Jake." "Even me?" Justin asked, laughing and rolling around in the grass. Justin's dad took off his glasses. He wiped them on his shirt. Then he took a deep breath and said, "Yes, Justin, even you." Justin didn't say anything else, but he sat up and stopped laughing. Soccer Doc gave us some moves to practice, dribbling around cones, passing on lines, kicking to shoot. One time he blew the whistle and shouted, "Justin, pay attention!" But Justin just stood there watching a squirrel collecting nuts. Soccer Doc shook his head. At our first game, Soccer Doc made me goalie. When I put on the goalie jersey and the goalie gloves, I felt like a superhero. I could hardly wait for the game to begin. FYI, guys, my opinion, soccer goalie, hardest job on the field. It's a lot of pressure. Let's see what he does. "You know what your job is, Jake?" Soccer Doc asked. He didn't wait for me to answer. Your job is to block the ball from getting into the net. I know that, I told him. Good, he said. I'm counting on you. The game began. For a long time, everybody was at the other end of the field. It's boring being goalie when everyone else is so far away. What was I supposed to do? When I saw a dog break away from someone on the stands, the dog ran into the field, his leash dragged behind him. Mookie, a woman called. Mookie, come back here. I tried to catch Mookie, but Mookie was faster than me. Suddenly, both teams started running in my direction. In the stands, people were shouting, "Uh-oh!" I ran back to my position. Mookie followed me, barking. While I was trying to shoo him away from the goal, someone from the other team kicked the ball and wham! He scored the goal. The other team cheered. Mistakes happen, right? Then it was 2 goals. Then 3, 4, 5. I couldn't stop the ball from going into the net no matter how hard I tried. I wanted to lie down on the ground and cry, but I knew I couldn't. At dinner, the great one asked about our first game. I played goalie, I told her. Then I took a long drink of milk. I hate being goalie. How come? The great one asked. Because, I said. Because why? She asked. Just because. I don't have to tell her anything I don't want to. Besides, I was busy hiding peas in my mashed potatoes. Why would Mom put peas on my plate when she knows I only eat white food? Sometimes I play goalie, said the great one. Nobody can score when I'm in the goal. That's why I don't like being goalie, I said. What was the score? The great one asked. 6-2, I told her. Don't feel bad, she said. It's not all your fault, she said, trying to hide a smile. Who says I feel bad? I asked. Then Dad said, it's not about winning or losing. It's about having fun playing the game. And Mom said, in the next game, you'll be more experienced. But we lost the next game, 7-1. I don't get why the great one thinks playing on a team is fun. Do you have fun even when you lose? I asked her. Yes, she said. How come? Wait, I don't know. I hope none of you do this, but look. He's hiding his peas in the mashed potatoes. So silly. You should always eat the vegetables that your mom and dad put on the plate. That's what I tell my kids.
Yeah.
Because playing is fun. And Miranda is the best coach. She makes us feel good no matter how we play. Then she said, what's Justin's father like? He's not fun, I told her. I ran to my room. I wasn't going to tell her anything else. I wasn't going to tell her how Soccer Doc is always cleaning his glasses and shaking his head, and how sometimes he says, nice try, but you can tell he doesn't mean it. That night, I had a dream. I dreamed I had stomach pains. In my dream, I went to Soccer Doc's office. I have pains in my stomach, I told him. Soccer Doc poked my stomach. There's nothing wrong with you, he said. Go home. Dog hair, sorry. So I went home, but I didn't get better. The next day, I went back to Soccer Doc's office. I said, nice try, Dr. C. Let me try this again. Oski. Close, I guess. Nice try was the way he does. Let me try this again. Sorry, guys. Nice try, Dr. Socioski, I said. Nice try the way he always does at soccer. I said it so he can tell I really didn't mean it. When I woke up, my stomach hurt for real. My mom gave me a spoonful of pink stuff and an extra hug. She said, Grandma is coming to see your next game. We lost that game 5-2. Grandma said, soccer looks like hard work to me. All that running around. Running is the fun part, I told her. That's why I don't want to play goalie. But you're a good goalie, Grandma said. No, I'm not. Half the time, I let them score a goal. Yes, Grandma said, but the other half of the time, you stop them. I never thought of that. The next day, Justin called. Do you want to come over? Okay. Bring your soccer ball, Justin said. We played soccer all afternoon. William came by and asked if he could play. We said sure. Then Michael came over, then Annie and Jenny, who are in 4th grade. We had a great time. Later, Justin walked me home. I'll tell you a secret if you promise not to tell, he said. I promise. I like soccer. I don't like the soccer league. Same, I said. Then we were both quiet. We sat on the front steps of my house. Finally, Justin said, I wish I could play goalie. I was surprised. You want to play goalie? Here they are, having their game. So fun. Justin nodded. I wish I could play any other position, I told him. Really? Justin looked surprised. Then we just sat there, drawing in the dirt with sticks. The great one came out of the house and looked at us. What's wrong? She asked. Who says something's wrong? I said. I can tell, she said. I can read your mind. Before I could tell her that she'd never be able to read my mind, Justin blurted out, I want to play goalie, and Jake wants to play any position but. The great one said, no problem. Tell your coach. You'd think he'd want someone else to play goalie since you've lost every game. But the coach is his father, I said. So? The great one looked at Justin. Just tell him it's not fair that your friend gets to hog the best position. Just tell him? Justin asked. Duh, the great one said. How is he supposed to know if you don't tell him? Justin looked at me. I looked back at him. Our next game, I gave Justin the goalie jersey and the goalie gloves. What's going on? Soccer Doc asked when he saw Justin. Justin said it's not fair that only Jake gets to play goalie. Then everyone else in our chanted, we want to play goalie too. Soccer Doc shook his head. He took off his glasses and wiped them on his shirt. Then he took a deep breath and said, all right, we'll take turns playing goalie. And all the other positions too, I asked. Soccer Doc looked right at me. I could feel my heart beating. Finally, he said, why not? We'll take turns playing everything. The team cheered. Soccer Doc was surprised. He smiled for the first time. We still lost the game 4-3, but we had fun playing. I even scored a goal, my first. And Justin was a good goalie, except when he stopped to watch a bird or a squirrel or the clouds go by. Look, it's so funny. This is, hold on, this is Justin watching the clouds. That's so funny. All right, here we go. Oh, that was the end of chapter 2. Okay. Chapter 3 is another pain chapter. It's called The Great Pretender. So I will make sure that I record that one tomorrow with more comprehension questions. I'll see you on the flip side. Make sure to check the hallway for the comprehension to go along with this, okay? And don't forget, let me know what you think. I want to make it easy, okay? Well, not easy. I want to make it easy to get to, not easy to think about. Make it a little challenge, be fun. Okay? Have a good Tuesday night. Bye.